Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Talia, your creative confidence mentor. I'm here live tonight. We're going to be continuing the live December visual journaling from start to end or start to finish. Let me take this off so it's not in the way. So tonight we're actually going to be sorting through images, colors. So if you saw the video from last week, I was just kind of giving you an introduction. And oh, I just jumped right in. What's up, everybody? It's Talia, your creative confidence mentor. I'm here to reconnect you with your creative identity. So many of you already know that what I do here on this channel is to bring you along on my journey. I started abstract painting in 2018. Visual journaling I've been doing since I was maybe in mid-school, high school. So those are the two things that I share on here a lot, including my acrylic pour painting. But this month, we're going to be creating visual journals together. I've got a few here that I want to show you guys. That way you guys can kind of get an idea of what it looks like with a finished project. But come on in, say what's up. Let me know where you're watching from. Got everything set up here. Hopefully you can see me with this lighting up. But you can't see like all my setup. All right, so go ahead and come on in, get settled. I hope you are ready to create with me today. We're actually just going to be picking out the images. So if you've already got an idea of what you want to create, or if you're just going to be joining me to go along with the project, then that's fine as well. Let's see, where should I start? I guess we'll look at the visual journal. This is the one that I'm going to be creating, and so we'll open that last. Let's see. Which one has the background? This one. Okay, so let me switch to views. That way you can see my workspace. And I'm just going to show you what these visual journals look like once they're done. So here's one that I created out of envelope or envelope coverings. It's an envelope that I cut open and decorated so you can see the window from the bill. And I just inserted pages and background in here. So I've used, I think it may have actually just been magazine papers that I used to create the book itself. And then what I did is I went back and, this is what we're going to be doing tonight. So I'm just kind of showing you what it's going to look like. We're not going to be pasting anything yet. We're kind of still in the planning phase of this. So all we're going to be doing is picking out what you would like for your background. So I'm just showing you what it looks like on a page that hasn't been created on. These are the backgrounds that I picked. Way easy with just pasting paper on. Got a little flap here with the extra paper hanging off the side. And just real simple. I found some papers or some pages that I liked, glued them on, and those are going to be my background. So I can go back in here and create in this later. Uh-oh. Oh, no. So sometimes I use my paint skins. That's the leftover paint from my pour painting, and I turned them into different designs. So here's some that you can see were turned into some dolphins. Focus. Maybe not. Is it even gonna let you guys see? Hold on. Has it been blurry this whole time? Let me see, where's give me 1 second. Let me clean this off for you. Okay, let's see. Clean the camera. There we go. Did that help? I don't think so. This is not gonna help if we're gonna be creating. I should have tested it. Why is it not focused? Okay, I'm not sure. But hopefully it'll come through. Let me switch it over real quick. Let's see. Because it was fine a moment ago. Like this is a cutout t-shirt. I'm trying to use it to clean the camera. Because it was fine earlier. I think it's trying to focus and it's just looking at everything else. Okay, but these are the backgrounds, or just an example of a book with backgrounds. And then here's what it actually looks like. Oh my God. Come on, work for me. Okay, I might just have to hold it up for you. But you can kind of see this is just a little journal. Real simple. And then what I did was I pasted some things on there that I like. Oh, let me switch it over, sorry. There we go. Now you can see. So it's a small book, real simple. I think this is probably from like the dollar store kind of thing. Just a minor little notebook. And then I just glued some pictures on there that I liked. So I think it's got 33 on there because I made this when I was 33. My initials down at the bottom. A lot of it has to do with flight. So you see like the airplane, Buzz Lightyear, everything that has to do with flying. And I have a tape, just a strip of tape to keep it sealed. But yeah, you can kind of see what you might be familiar with seeing with junk journaling, visual journaling, or scrapbooking. Just some images pasted on to the page. This is actually the cutouts from a painting that I did maybe a year ago. So this was my inspiration, and I just kept it in there for my own keepsake. And then that's it. So yeah, it's real simple. And I don't want you guys to feel like you have to do a whole lot just to create your visual journal. So I don't know if you want to flip through another book, being that it's just not focusing. This is not what I expected. Maybe this view. No, it's the camera itself. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Let me try and fix this for you guys. I'm sorry, this is not very clear. It's not working out for me. I don't want to end the broadcast either. You know. Okay, hopefully it'll come through. I'm just trying to get it to see. Let's see. There we go. Okay, well, I won't bother too much with the journals themselves, because the other thing is that, you know, if you go through my books or if we show you too much of my work, you may not have any ideas for yourself. So I don't want you guys to just copy. I want you guys to be able to make your own. So we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. I have a stack of magazines here that I'm gonna flip through, and kind of some scrap paper that I already have that I want to include. So I'm actually gonna be focusing on 6 areas. So my template that I have is for kind of the same way that we started the year with visual journaling and creating a vision board. I'm kind of doing the same thing for myself with this book, or with this month's lives. So I'm going start to finish, and that's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on as far as my layout. So each pillar that I have, there's 6 of them, is going to have a different color. It's got some Christmas wrapper right here. So this might go for 1 page. I think 1 page I'm going to have red. 1 page is going to be purple. 1 page is going to be blue, because those are my 3 favorite colors. And then, I don't know, maybe orange, yellow, and green, or teal, if I can find any. So those are the main colors I'm looking for. I've got red here, some wrappers for red. I don't know if I want that. This is a little, the tag from clothing. So in case you want to stick something in. So all we're doing is just flipping through magazines. You're just going to tear out or cut out whatever speaks to you. We're not doing anything as far as gluing down just yet. We're kind of just looking for inspiration. So what you're doing is, if you already have an idea of what you want to work on, let me talk to you here for a second. If you already have an idea of what you're going to be working on, so for me, mine are going to be the 6 pillars. If you're just creating for the fun of it, then I want you to focus on what would you like to have as a background, and then what kind of pictures you're going to put on top of that. So for me, I'm looking for the colors that I just listed. And then because each one of those colors fits with one of the pillars, those pillars are going to have things like, let's say the fit pillar. The fit pillar, some of my goals have to do with like my running. And what else is my fit pillar? Working out. So I'll look for pictures that have to do with working out, maybe. My people pillar, just something that speaks to connecting with the people that are in my life, or like the areas where I show up to influence and impact. And yeah, so it's up to you. I'm not gonna say too much, because I want you to be able to look for what you like. Look for things that speak to you. Look for whatever inspires you and what you're gonna be proud of looking back on. And if you're doing this just for fun, then basically just find whatever. What we're doing here is we're gathering everything that speaks to us, or whatever we're inspired by. And it won't be until next week that we start sorting out what we're actually going to use, and then what might be put aside for now. And then we'll be gluing down next week as well. So all we're doing tonight is just picking through, and we're not limiting ourselves. We're not putting any expectations on this. There's no perfection here tonight. We're just simply looking. So I didn't find anything in that magazine. Going on to the next one. And so on and so forth. Oh, this has numbers that I might want to use. So there we go. See? And we've started. Let me flip it over, that way you guys can see my workspace now. If it'll let you focus. I hope everyone's been having a good week and a good month. We're in this, is it the 2nd week in now, or coming into the 2nd week? Let's see here. See anything? Oh, this is not the one I want, but it'll remind me to look for a related image, because I'm doing some research for some cars right now. So I tore out a page that has some cars in it. That way, if I can find the exact one that I want, I can actually put that in there. But for now, I'm just pulling that out. This one, too. If I don't need the whole page, I'm just going to start tearing and ripping, and then I can cut it down to the right size when we actually start gluing down next week. I'm just tossing trash to the side and I'll pick it up later. Ooh, that's perspective. If you see any phrases, sorry, I'm talking while I'm ripping pages up. If you see any phrases or any quotes that you like as well, now would be the time to pull those out too. And if you already have an idea of what you want for your backgrounds, or if you're not going to use paper and or magazines and you want to paint your backgrounds, or in some of my books, I've even used washi tape. I think we're just going to stick to this camera tonight. Alrighty. Road trip. Does anybody plan on doing any traveling next year? I have to get my passport. No, this one. Actually, the word content is here. Keep that. That's fine. Nice. Oh, I need this. I don't see too many colors yet, so I'm just looking for images. Am I doing any studying next year? Faith, let me see what I have. People pillar, my space pillar, faith pillar. Oh, you guys. Okay, so while we're here, I know some of you have been following me. If you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to follow me on Instagram. Some of you know that there is an important announcement tonight. Okay, so let's jump into it. Let's go there since I found the image that connects to it. Let's see, where do I start? So I just want to say that we reached 50 subscribers, okay? And we actually reached 50 subscribers last week, but it was after the live that I seen that, and so I couldn't make the announcement then. What I promised you guys is that when we reached 50 people or 50 subscribers on the YouTube channel, that I would have a raffle for a $25 gift card to Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I think we're gonna go with Michael's. And yeah, we've reached it. And then so last week we reached 50, but between that time we've actually got 2 more. So we have 52 subscribers. So I just want to say thank you to all of you who have been watching me since the beginning, even before this was what it is today. So some of you who have been following me from way back in 2019, you know that on my Facebook group, we were actually started with Mary Kay, where I was going on there and sharing what I was learning and then also what I had discovered. So that was a great way for me to learn how to get on camera. And it was the start of my first side gig, which was massaging. Since then, I moved into working here. What's going on with this camera? Anyway, many of you know that when I came here on YouTube, it was to start sharing my journey. I had been working on art. Oh my God, what is happening? Both of my cameras have gone black, so I'm just gonna keep talking because I know that as long as it's live, you guys can see me, but I can't see myself. Anyway, since I started my YouTube channel, it was my way of sharing with you guys what I do, what I know, and what I'm doing to stay creative. Some of you also know about the book called Out of Darkness that I am writing. A lot of that since 2019 has been like writing, and then I would stop, I would write, and I would stop. And also I would write and then realize, oh, that's not the direction that the book is going. Scrap all of that. Now we got to start all over. Again, start all over. And then, so I've started this over at least maybe 3 or 4 times, with different ideas or different direction of where it was going to go. It's not until now that I've completely come out of that journey that I can now share the story and the lessons and everything that I have for you. Out of Darkness is probably going to be, well, actually, at first, I thought it was going to be like a relationship type book. And I was like, I don't want to write this like this. I am not the person. Here, let me keep ripping pages out. I'm not the person to be like, telling people. I'm not an expert in this area. So I was really uncomfortable. I was definitely not ready to write a book about that. So I'm glad that I was able to start over and that wasn't the direction it was going. And then after that, I thought it was just going to be, as each thing was being healed, or each area that I was venturing into heal, and to, I basically was, there were certain patterns and stuff that I had to unlearn and then relearn. So I thought that's what the book was also going to be about, because, Out of Darkness, as I'm receiving information, I'm also learning new things. So if someone's in the same boat, I can walk them through the same journey that I've been through. Oh, the camera's back. So I could walk somebody through the same journey that I came through. But then that wasn't it. It is kind of, that is in every area that I've gone through, but it's deeper as well. So I think now where we're going is it's going to be a book for deliverance and healing. So stay tuned. It does have to do with my own life story. I will be sharing, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sharing a lot, because there's just a lot of stuff that I've been through. There's a lot of stuff that I had to heal from. There's a lot that I had to discover, and all of it's good now. Now that I'm in a good place, it's like, it's nothing. I can tell you all about it. Before, I was too embarrassed. I was like, why am I going to share this story? Like, I really got to be telling people about my life? Like, but also with writing, what's great about it is as the writer, you're allowed to determine what you share and how much you share, or how you share it. So that's going to be fun too. But yeah, I got excited because I seen this image here as I'm preparing or cutting out pictures for my visual journal. It reminded me that next year I'm actually writing. Well, I've been writing, so I'm not going to say that I'm writing the book, but because I have already been writing it, I just had to restart it. But now what I'm focusing on is getting it written and having it done. I don't know if it'll be published. I don't know if it'll be complete by the end of next year, but I will definitely have something in my hand ready, either ready for an editor or already with an editor. We don't know. All I know is that I got to get it out. So, oh gosh, and I have to get it out because now there's like 3 books behind it queued up. So I was so intimidated about the one book that my journey to getting here also came along with like 3 other books. So I've got a lot of work to do. And so that's one of the things that I'm going to focus on next year. And that's why that picture got torn out. So yeah, all that to say, thank you for being with me along my journey. As I mentioned, the book being a part of my healing journey is also this art. This is where YouTube started. I've always naturally been a writer. Poetry was actually a way for me to express myself and kind of escape what I was dealing with when I was in high school. I used to write here and there when I was in college, but I had kind of let go of it. I still journal. Literally, like every day I'm writing. So I write a lot, but to actually sit down and write a book is something totally different. It's a different monster. It's a different monster. It's a whole different discipline. It's hard, not just with the like having a structure, having to show up to sit down and write every day. It's also that it's harder for me because I've never done this before. But with that, I wanted to share that when I was at a place where I couldn't use words to express myself, that's where the painting came in. And with painting, I was able to let go and have fun. I actually just started doing this as a hobby. And like I mentioned, it was part of my healing journey. But it wasn't until everybody else was telling me that I should, you know, share it with everybody to get it out there and then to sell it. I was like, what? I'm not even that good. What are you talking about? But everybody else just kept encouraging me, and I have to be grateful for that, because had it not been for them, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be sharing this with you. I wouldn't even be in front of a camera. None of this would be happening. So I'm grateful to those who have encouraged me along the way, those who have been along the journey. And you know what? There's people even that didn't know that they were speaking into my life when they did, or that I wouldn't have even expected to speak into my life the way that they did. But, you know, it's just how it is. We get connected to people, and those experiences help us out. So I'm grateful. And because you guys support me, I'm also able to give back. And I'm excited about this. So we're not going to be doing the raffle tonight, but I just wanted to let you guys know that we've reached 50 subscribers. We've made it this far in, what's this now? 3 years? Guys, wait, no. So 2019 is when I started my Facebook group and everything. But I didn't start the YouTube channel until 2020. So it's been 2 years. We've reached 52 subscribers in 2 years, and that's fine for me. I know a lot of people are like, you know, jumping through hoops to please the algorithm gods, but I'm not concerned about that. I just want to show up here and share with you what I'm doing, how I go through the process, and just, you know, whatever helps me and whatever I've learned from, I'm just trying to, it's my goal to share that with you. And so yeah, we'll have the raffle next weekend. So next Saturday is when we'll have the raffle. I had to get everybody's names written down. That's what I was saying. If you're not already following me on Instagram, make sure that you're following me. That way I can, you're gonna have to communicate with me through there. So what I'll do is I'll get all of your names, put it in like a bucket or something, and we'll do the raffle live here next week, Saturday. And then I'll need the winner to actually contact me through Instagram. That way I can get your information to get it to you. All right. So that's the announcement. We're coming up on 30 minutes. So if you want to continue hanging out, we can. Otherwise, all I'm doing is just like I said, I'm flipping through the magazines, looking for pictures that go along with the vision that I'm trying to have for myself, or to match the goals that I've already written down. Another thing, aside from the magazines, are, here, let me get this out of the way. There's so much stuff here. Oh no. Well, it's not like that camera is actually, I don't know if this camera is actually working tonight. I don't like that it didn't work out for me with this whole focus thing. But if we can see for a moment, these are actually big stacks of paper that you can get at, yeah, it's not working. Thanks a lot, camera. So these paper pads that you may see at the craft store, I got these at Michael's. I don't know if they have them at Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure they do. Hobby Lobby. I promise I speak English. One pro tip I can give you is don't buy this at full price. They sell them for like 20 bucks, but if you go at certain times of the year, they have them on sale for $5. Yes, you heard me right, $5 from $20. All right, so I've got more than this, but for tonight I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holy moly, this is one whole book. Let's start with that one. So over time I've bought one pack at a time, and I've built a collection. So what I like to do is just flip through these pages, and I just look for whatever sticks out. Like, oh, I want to use this one, or oh, this looks nice, and then I'll tear it out, and then I'll use it. So that's all I'm going to continue doing tonight, and you can do the same. And for the rest of the week, just, you know, keep your eye out. Keep your eye out for things that are going to go good in your book or go along with the vision that you have for this visual journal. And next week when we meet up, what we'll be doing is we'll actually be gluing down the backgrounds or the paper to your background. And then we'll start snipping the papers or the pictures that you cut out or tore out down to the actual size that they need to be. And then we will start the actual visual journaling by gluing them down and making the vision on the page. All right. So I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. I'm sorry for the camera quality that we had. You didn't actually get to see my workspace too clear tonight, but I hope you got the idea of what I was doing by grabbing pictures that I'm going to use toward the vision that I have. Or if you're just doing this for fun, then just find pictures that that make you happy. So things that are like, oh, I like this, or this would be cool. And then next week when we start putting them onto the pages, it'll make sense, and you'll be able to filter through the ones that you do want to keep and the ones that might work out for another project. And that's it. I'm going to continue tearing out pages and hanging out here by myself. If you didn't get to watch the replay from last week, go ahead and do so. That way you'll kind of get an idea of what we're going to be doing. We will be going live next weekend again. That's the 18th, I believe. No, the 17th. So we'll be going live again next week on the 17th. And that's when we'll be gluing down everything. And I'll be able to share with you how to get everything laid out. And then the week after that will be Christmas weekend. So I don't think I will be going live. I don't know yet. But definitely the week after is when we will be putting the quotations and wording on there. So this is all basically just to get the images on there. And then there will be a time when we actually put the wording and everything on it. And if you want to handwrite notes to yourself or put them on there, that will also be on the last week. All right, so make sure you come back next week. We're going to have the raffle, and we're going to be gluing down our pages and our pictures. All right, have a good night, and we'll see you next week. Bye.